Welcome back to After the Whistle. A relay team relies on timing, precision, speed, and teamwork. And no one is doing that better than the Legacy Sabres, breaking records at every meet they've been to. But this group feels they have so much more left in the tank. They're a group that is unmatched in North Dakota right now. The Legacy Boys short distance relay team is dropping records left and right. And they're doing it all with one rule in mind.
You can go out and have the most absurd performances, and it doesn't really matter if you're not enjoying doing it. So I think going out there and have as much fun as possible, because I mean, at the end of the day, who gets to go and do what we're doing, you know what I mean? So
that fun has translated into a group of runners that is a big part of pushing Legacy to be a state champ for the first time since 2017.
I think just the competition in general, like knowing the people we're going up against, really pushes us to want to do our best. There's obviously a lot of great teams out there this year. People are running really fast, so we just got to push ourselves and hopefully do the best that we can do. That's all we're looking for.
Their races can be dynamic. Recall a race in Mandan a few weeks back. The 4x2 that started with a light rain and ended in a downpour and a state record for the team.
For me personally, coming out of the blocks, I was just hoping they started it before the rain started again, because it stopped for a little bit. And I was just wanting to get going because I didn't want to start pouring.
For the most part, it's just focus on just trying to get down the track as fast as you can. Obviously, you don't really feel the rain in the moment. I mean, probably Zayden did when he was running, because it was just pouring at that point.
I was really mostly just focused. I wasn't really focusing on the rain, you know. Obviously, it's raining, but I was just focusing on getting the baton and running.
It really started to pour like right as I came around the curve, and as I came around the curve, you know, I could definitely feel the rain hitting me, and it was getting kind of hard to see at that point, especially with my hair. It was getting in the way of my face, and my goal was just to make sure that, you know, I stayed in my lane and finished.
You can ask any of these racers what makes a good relay team, and it's chemistry. The bond built on trust and understanding that they will have each other's back.
I don't think I've ever gone into a relay too nervous. I always think it's very fun. And having your teammates there to like sort of support you sort of takes like the pressure off of you, because you know you don't have to run a perfect race. Not everything has to be perfect on your end, because your teammates can sort of make up some of that slack.
Legacy is accomplishing things on the national level as well. Dylan McLaughlin, Reese Snow, Talon Farland, and Nathan Mathern competing in indoor nationals earlier this year. Now they get to do it again this coming June in Eugene, Oregon, when the race moves outside.
North Dakota's so small, you know, nobody really thinks any North Dakota guys are going to go run at nationals and run some crazy times, but we do that, you know. We can do that, and I think we can do some pretty great things this year, and we already have done some pretty great things this year, but there's a lot of season left to improve and get better.
I think it really made us see like how good we actually are and how much we can compete even with people across the nation, and shows like how much even like a small state like North Dakota can do in such a big place.
And I think being able to push each other as a team, and with the expertise of Clem, it's really helping us to really show what we can do.
I think we're focusing on state first rather than nationals, because that's what's more important as a team-wise, like for Legacy. But after that, I guess we'll see.
More records will fall. This team already besting their Mandan performance with a record at the Howard Wood Relays. But it's about building something more that can make Legacy Track and Field a powerhouse for years to come.
We always hang out as friends after, and I mean, me as a freshman, you know, coming into high school, they all welcomed me pretty well. I was nervous coming in, but they made it a pretty good place for me to be.
These guys are basically like my family at some points, and it's been really awesome to be around them. Always during training and then during meets, whenever we're running the same race with each other, it's just so much fun getting out there and competing with these guys.
Even though we're seniors, you know, we have a chance to really set the standard for the next classes coming up, and just to be a part of that is really exciting, just setting the standard for these young guys, and, you know, maybe creating a dynasty. But yeah.
The Sabres will be back in action at the WDA Regional Meet in Bismarck before finishing the regular season with the state meet starting May 25th.